So we're going to get Pastor Lia up right now. And I'm going to tag team Pastor Lia up.
What a great team. What a great tag team you are.
I think I've high-fived him about 3,000 times this weekend. Well, everybody, Matt Redman is here with us today in the Heart of God Church, Singapore. And that's right, let's give him a big hand. Our church, we just love your songs. We're so drawn to all your songs. And one of the reasons is that there are a lot of Christian songs out there now, but we find that you're still just a few of those writers left who just keep writing about sacrifice, obedience, blessings, and battles. So that resonates with us because this is pretty much the spirit and heart and soul of Heart of God Church. That's what we're all about. And the funny thing is that when you drop an album, we're just not looking for what new songs are there. We're looking for, we always ask ourselves, what is Matt saying this time? What aspects of God's character should we focus more on? And what solid doctrine should we go back to more? On that note, maybe when you leave our church, you should quit songwriting and singing and become a bishop. But no, but really, in light of all of that, can you tell us a little bit more about your approach to songwriting? Because it is very obvious that you are more than just trying to hammering out a song. So what is your approach like?
I think the approach is that I'm trying to reflect Jesus the best I can. Now, you're never really going to get there because he's just too amazing. You're not going to be able to squeeze him into a song, but you got to try. You got to try and do your best. And an example I used to give, my daughter, when she was little, she wanted a pet, and I'd never had an animal living in my house. So I didn't know if that was a good idea. So I thought I'm going to start small. So being like the really generous, elaborate father I am, I bought her a goldfish. And she loved that little goldfish. Apparently they forget everything 1.5 times around the bowl. Did you know that? So I thought this is a cool pet because you don't have to do a lot for it, and it kind of pleases itself because every 1.5 times it's like, wow, this place is cool. So this is just a great pet. Now one day I'm watching a TV show, and it's like one of these nature documentaries about the depths of the ocean. Have you seen these things? It's like crazy stuff down there. You're making it up. There's no way. Like, the fish looks like Las Vegas. It's like fish lighting up, and there's crazy stuff. And then they've got like the blue whale, which apparently its tongue weighs as much as an elephant. Elephant thinks it's a pretty big deal, doesn't it? It's like, check me out. The blue whales go, no, check my tongue out. It's like massive. And I was watching all this stuff, and then I looked up at my daughter's goldfish for getting everything 1.5 times around the bowl. And it made me smile because it seemed so tame and ordinary and domesticated and manageable. And I thought, oh, wow, I think we do that in worship sometimes. Wow. God's calling us into the deep to explore the depths of who he is. He's a God who's holy. He's the God who's the creator and sustainer of all. He's the God who holds all things together. He's the Savior. He's the healer. He's the Prince of Peace. He's the shepherd of our souls. He's the first and the last, the beginning and the end. He's the Alpha and the Omega. There's so much to see. And so every time when I write a song, I'm like, I don't want to write about tame, ordinary God who's just like one of us. I want to write about a God who's completely off the charts of our imagination. And for me, when it all goes great is when you take the glory of God, you manage to paint a great picture of who he is, and then onto that you project the grace of God. So it's like this wow moment, this explosion of the soul. How can it be that someone as high and holy as you, who made all things and holds all things together, would want anything to do with someone like me? And it's just, it's amazing grace.
That's incredible. On that note, I have to tell you that my daughter has always been asking me for a pet.
Yeah.
So Rena, if you're here today, you're getting a goldfish tonight.
Fantastic.
Because Matt Redman does it, I'm going to do it.
That's great.
One last question, very quickly. Why Liverpool? There are many Manchester United fans here.
Manchester who? I've never heard of that team. Oh, I remember. That's that team that used to be good like 7 years ago.
Everybody, let's give Matt Raymond a big round of applause. Thank you.